Hello, everybody, and welcome to HHW TV and the Happy Healthy Women podcast. I'm Natalie Colalilo, founder and CEO of Happy Healthy Women, and your host of this show. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. I'm very excited for episode 2 of the Happy Healthy Women podcast. And today I am bringing something to you that is really, I think, on every business owner's mind right now. And that is the current season we find ourselves in. So it is summer. It is beautiful out. The weather is warm. The sun is shining. There are so many things that we could be out doing. And many of us still have business on our minds. And I think that as women in business, we sometimes get into our heads. We sometimes start to think, the summer isn't a great time to be doing business. Lots of people are away, or, that thing that I did last week, well, there wasn't a great turnout because, it's summer, right? Or now I'm just going to take time to chill, to relax, to unplug. It's summer, right? And although some of that might be true, although things do definitely change during this season, things change in every season, right? So one of the biggest things that I teach in terms of, in our beautiful business program and in the Happy Healthy Women Collective is about finding consistency with your seasons, right? With the seasons that are within your business. Now, for us, and so an example of that is for us, we know that in Happy Healthy Women, a big time for us and for the women, our ideal client, the women that we serve, is September, right? For example, it's a big time. It's a time that, routine starts to take shape. It's the time that people come back from their summer holidays. They're ready to go. They're excited. They're feeling pumped. And we are really busy at that time. And so taking that into consideration and taking, those thoughts that our ideal clients will find themselves in at that time, we make sure that we are prepared, right? We make sure that we have what we need to serve our clients in that time. The same goes for one of my clients and dear friends is a life coach. And, she was saying to me that the holidays are a very, very busy time for her. She serves mainly relationships, people in relationships, helps them break through the tough pieces of their relationship. And she said the holidays are really interesting because that's when things start to get really crazy, right? That's when sometimes relationships start to go head to head, and it becomes a challenging time for her. And so she knows that in her business, one of her high seasons is the holidays. Now, she's not in the gift business, right? She's not in retail, but she knows that that season for her is important and important for her to be ready and to be prepared and to be in the right mindset. So what does that look like for you, right? What do your seasons in your business look like? And again, this is going to be different for everyone. A season for a personal trainer is going to be much different or a high season for a personal trainer is going to be much different than a high season for a business coach, right? For example, or, high season for a business coach is going to be much different than high season for a wellness practitioner dealing with certain things that come up throughout the year. So just something to really keep in mind. But as I speak about summer, and looking forward to the fall, the fourth quarter, right? All the good things that come in this next time frame for us, it's important to really look at right now what it is that we're doing in these last couple of months before that busy time in order to get our businesses to the next level and to be where we want to be by the end of this year. So again, as I said, a lot of us get into our heads, right? But it is this season is about is what we make it, is what I'm trying to say, right? This season becomes what we make it. So if we decide that this is the best summer of our business, then this is the best summer of our business. And we're going to do everything that we can to have that become a reality. If we decide that this summer is really about, and just so you know, that's my little Ella running down the stairs here in the studio. But if we decide that this summer is going to be about putting all the right things in place for a crazy, amazing fall that we're about to have, then that's what it's going to be. And I know that in the Beautiful Business Program, what we're talking about right now, and this is why we actually launched a summer cohort this year. By the way, we've never done that. We've never had a summer cohort. probably because I was in my head of, well, it's summer. No one really wants to do a course in the summer. And was I ever wrong, right? We sold out in order to have these women move through the summer cohort in the best way possible and start their businesses. Well, not start their businesses, they've already started their businesses, but to really get to a place that is amazing, where they are a CEO in the fall, in September. Okay. So it is what we make it. And what we're talking about in the Beautiful Business Program right now is about making these tweaks, creating this plan, having all of this set in place so that by the time people are excited, amped up, ready to go, inspired, we have something for them. We have our offers set for them. We know exactly how to enroll them and get them excited for what we're doing. So, the Beautiful Business Program is really about focusing on all of this and shaping everything that we're going to do in this last quarter. And so I'm going to give you 5 things that I like to talk about, through this and also through everything else that we do in Happy Healthy Women. 5 simple things that you can do right now in the summer to create a successful fall in your business. All right, I'm going to give you those 5 things right now. So number 1 is get dreaming. Not getting dreaming, because that doesn't really sound right, but get dreaming, right? If you are taking time right now to line the sand, to soak up the sun, to enjoy your time, right? There's a lot of mindful, beautiful relaxation, a lot of, you taking time to unplug that is happening, hopefully. And in this time, I think that it's such a key piece of a business owner's life to really start to dream in these moments. This is actually, when we remove ourselves from the busyness of the everyday, we're able to really tune in to what's going on within. And when we tune in, what starts to happen is we get really clear on what it is that we want. We get these like little messages from the universe that are dropping into our heads and our hearts and saying, hey, you know what would be really amazing? Is if you did this, right? And so now is such a beautiful, perfect time to get dreaming and let our hearts run wild a little bit. I know it sounds cliche, but it's so true, right? Let our minds relax and let what we truly want come to the surface. Number 2 in this is all about the brand and website checkup. So I think it's really important, every once in a while to take a look at what's going on with our brand, right? And a lot of the times I talk about our brand as what we're putting out there, what we're offering, our entire bird's eye view of our business. And I'll just let you know that Ella is running wild in here right now and having the time of her life. But because I am recording this, she has her way. So back to that brand checkup. So if we're looking at, doing a brand checkup, if we're looking at our brand, it's really important to look at it and say, okay, this is ancient. What's on my website is from 2020. I still have courses on here that they're not even relevant anymore. I once did this and I found like an Instagram course that I was like, oh my God, Instagram has changed so much since I did this. This makes no sense now, right? So remove. And I think that's really important for us to keep in mind that things will change. So if we have stuff on our website, in our brand, even in our blogs, just things around that are not relevant right now, it's really important to do a checkup. How about your colors? How about the language that you're using? Has that changed? Have you become really, more in tune with what you're offering and your language that you first started your website, writing on and all the content on there is not really aligned with what you are presenting now, right? How about your colors? How about everything that you once put in place? Is it aligned with you in this moment? Because as we take time this summer to really reflect and take a look, it's important to say, okay, fresh and new come September, what do I need to put in place to make this happen? So that was number 2. Number 3 is all about creating your roadmap. Okay. So when we're looking at the rest of our business, now I'm not one to really say you need 100-page business plan, right? When I started Happy Healthy Women, I actually created what's called a business roadmap. I made it up. I wrote it on a big whiteboard and had it out in front of me. And this is what helped me map out my sources of revenue, map out what my company was going to look like. And then I started to build day by day with little action steps. Now we have in the vault on our website, on the Happy Healthy Women website, we have a 90-day roadmap. And what this is basically a really simple action plan that will allow you to map out your different sources of revenue, that will allow you to, map out all the action steps that you need to take on the daily or on the weekly or monthly to get to that place, right? And I think that this is a perfect time to do that. So if you do want that template, you can certainly check that out. It's on our website. It's located in the vault. So you do need either a membership or a free trial membership to find that. But go check it out. And, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If it does resonate, if it works for you, if it provides some action steps for you, that it will work 100%, and it will give you some clarity on the next steps to make. So that was number 3, create your roadmap. Number 4 is all about getting into community. So who are you running your ideas by? Who are you chatting with on a daily basis? Who are you speaking to that is in alignment with your goals, with what you are creating? Who's your tribe? Who's your community? This is all really important. And, I fully believe that the more we have people around us that are in alignment with the ways that we think, with the ways that we live our life, with the ways that we run our business, and that inspire us, the more we can move forward in everything that it is that we're doing. So who are you learning from? Who are you growing with? These are all really important things for us as women. And I will say that women need community, right? Community is everything. And everyone needs community, but I will say especially women, right? It takes a village. It 100%, in all certainty, does take a village. So tap into that, really tap into that, and get to know the women around you. Find communities that you're aligned with, find communities that inspire you to grow, that inspire you to be more, and be surrounded by them. Number 5, this is the last piece, is all about trust. So this is about trusting yourself, trusting others, trusting the process. Trust is one of the biggest things that we need as women in business. And I will tell you, when I started to, like, when we look at the sun and the moon, right? When we look at the sun rising every single day, and the sun then setting, and the moon being present, right? Okay, the moon's not always there. It's not always where we can see it, but it's always there, right? When we look at these things, we trust fully that even if we say the moon's there, right? Even though we can't see it, and we know that the sun is going to rise and the sun is going to set, that's trust, right? That's an element of trust. We know that is going to happen for us in this world, right? And so that is the same amount of trust that we have in that is the type of trust that we need in ourselves. And we need to trust that this time, this moment, even if you're in your head about where you are, if you're in your head about summer, your business in the summer not going the way that you wanted it to go, you need to trust that everything is happening in your favor and that everything is happening for a reason. And the more that you can be in that trust, the more things will open up, okay? We can't step into our genius zones in a place of fear and in a place of scarcity and in a place of, just sheer panic, right? We have to be in this place of trust and knowing in order for everything to flourish for us and for us to be able to step into those genius zones. So the more that we trust, the more will come our way. So I do want to recap on those. Number 1, this is about starting to dream again, getting really clear on what it is that you want to create in your business. Number 2, that brand and that website checkup, take a look. What's just lingering on there and not serving you or your business or your brand? Clean it up, get rid of it, and add new. Number 3 is all about creating your roadmap. Head to the hhwglobal.com website to find your template and grab that. Number 4 is about getting in with community. And number 5 is all about trust. I hope this podcast has given you some valuable tips, some tools, some things to take with you as you move forward in enjoying the rest of your summer, but also putting the right things in place that are going to get you to where you want to be this fourth quarter. If you love this podcast, please do subscribe. Much love to you, and we'll see you next time. Take care.